There's a thrill that comes with the unknown. Around the world, there are places shrouded in secrecy, hidden from the prying eyes of the public and fiercely guarded to keep people away. Some are locked down by governments, others are protected for their sacred value, and a few are simply too dangerous to visit. From unexplored islands to high-security military sites, today we're diving into the world's most mysterious forbidden locations. This journey is one you'll never forget. 1. Area 51, Nevada, USA. We'll start with perhaps the most infamous of them all, Area 51. Located in the Nevada desert, Area 51 has been the subject of fascination and conspiracy theories for decades. What really goes on inside this highly classified military base? Despite its global notoriety, only a handful of people know the truth. Established in the 1950s, Area 51 was initially used as a testing ground for the U-2 spy plane, which gave the US a significant advantage in surveillance during the Cold War. Today, rumors swirl about alien technology, captured UFOs, and high-tech experimental aircraft supposedly hidden within its walls. In fact, the secrecy is so intense that airspace over Area 51 is completely restricted, and the surrounding terrain is patrolled by guards with orders to stop trespassers. The truth behind Area 51 may remain a mystery, but one thing is certain. Its reputation as a hub of secrecy has only grown over the years. In 2019, thousands of people joked about storming Area 51 to see them aliens. But the event underscored how little we know about what really goes on behind those high-security fences. 2. North Sentinel Island, Andaman Islands. Our journey takes a turn to the remote North Sentinel Island in the Indian Ocean. This place might look like paradise, but it's off-limits to visitors, for very good reasons. The island is home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted tribes in the world. The Indian government has completely banned access to North Sentinel Island. The Sentinelese people are incredibly isolated from the modern world and have fiercely resisted any attempts at contact. Anthropologists believe they've lived on the island for tens of thousands of years, maintaining a way of life that predates modern civilization. Even a single outsider could unintentionally introduce diseases that the Sentinelese have no immunity against, which could be catastrophic for the tribe. Tragically, in 2018, a missionary attempted to reach the island but was killed by the tribe. The incident was a grim reminder of the importance of respecting their isolation. 3. The Vatican Secret Archives, Vatican City. In the heart of Vatican City lies a place steeped in religious and historical secrecy, the Vatican Secret Archives. This is no ordinary library. With over 53 miles of shelving filled with ancient manuscripts and documents, these archives are one of the most restricted places on the planet. From letters exchanged with Michelangelo to records of the infamous Knights Templar, the archives are thought to contain documents that could rewrite entire sections of history. Only a select few scholars are granted access each year, and even then, they can only view certain materials. The idea of what's hidden within these walls, unsolved mysteries, the truth about historical events, possibly even religious secrets, has fascinated people for centuries. 4. Snake Island, Ilha da Queimada Grande, Brazil. Next up, we venture to one of the deadliest islands on Earth, Snake Island, off the coast of Brazil. Officially known as Ilha da Queimada Grande. This place is so dangerous that the Brazilian government has banned entry for all but a few scientists. The reason? It's crawling with one of the world's deadliest snake species, the golden lancehead viper. The venom of this snake is potent enough to melt human flesh, and with an estimated 1 to 5 snakes per square meter, every step on the island could be your last. These vipers evolved in isolation, which is why they're found nowhere else on the planet. Their isolation also made their venom especially lethal, as they adapted to hunt birds that pass by the island. Despite the island's danger, it's a fascinating ecosystem. Scientists studying venom and biodiversity are the only people granted special permission to visit, but even then, they take extreme precautions. For the rest of us, this is one place best admired from a safe distance. 5. Surtsey Island, Iceland. Our next forbidden location is a testament to nature's raw power. Surtsey Island, located off the coast of Iceland, is one of the youngest islands on Earth. formed by a volcanic eruption in 1963, but you won't find any tourists here. Access to Surtsey is limited strictly to scientists. Surtsey is considered a living laboratory. Scientists study how plant and animal life colonize the island without human interference. Only a handful of scientists are allowed to set foot here each year, documenting every new plant, insect, and bird species that arrives. Their findings could offer insights into how life might evolve on newly formed landmasses, even on other planets. 6. Mezhgory, Russia. In the Ural Mountains lies Mezhgory, a closed town that even Russian citizens cannot visit. Officially, it's a military base, but rumors suggest something far more secretive. Some believe Mezhgory houses nuclear weapon bunkers or underground facilities designed to survive any global catastrophe. The town is heavily guarded, and its residents work in highly classified roles. During the Cold War, Mezhgory was established to protect key assets, but even now, details about what goes on here remain tightly guarded. Satellite imagery suggests massive subterranean structures, but the specifics are left to speculation. 7. Niihau, Hawaii, USA. Known as the Forbidden Island, Niihau is a privately owned Hawaiian island where time stands still. Only locals and a few invited guests are allowed to visit. The island is closed to tourism to protect its delicate ecosystem and traditional Hawaiian culture. Niihau offers a rare glimpse into Hawaiian life, as it existed hundreds of years ago. There are no paved roads, and many residents still speak Hawaiian as their primary language. This isolation has preserved the island's culture and natural beauty, making it a unique example of what untouched Hawaii might have looked like. 8. Lascaux Caves, France. Deep in the French countryside lies a portal to the distant past, the Lascaux Caves. Discovered in 1940, these caves hold some of the world's oldest and most well-preserved examples of prehistoric art, dating back over 17,000 years. But access is highly restricted, and very few people have ever seen these works in person. Inside the Lascaux Caves, ancient humans painted vivid scenes of animals, hunting, and possibly even spiritual rituals. This artwork provides invaluable insights into the minds of our ancestors. But ironically, it was our curiosity that ultimately threatened these masterpieces. When the caves were opened to the public in the 1940s, the carbon dioxide from visitors' breath began deteriorating the paintings. Since then, the caves have been sealed off to preserve these precious relics of our past. Today, only a select few scientists are allowed to enter the original caves to monitor their condition. For the rest of us, the Lascaux Caves remain a hidden treasure, a reminder of humanity's deep-rooted connection to art and storytelling. 9. Svalbard Global Seed Vault, Norway. High above the Arctic Circle, on a remote Norwegian island, lies the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Known as the Doomsday Vault, this facility holds the seeds of thousands of plant species from around the world, providing a lifeline for humanity if disaster strikes. The vault was built to withstand almost any conceivable catastrophe, from natural disasters to nuclear warfare. In the event of a global crisis, these seeds could be used to replant essential crops and restore ecosystems. With over 1 million seed samples stored in conditions carefully monitored to last for centuries, Svalbard's purpose is clear. It's our last line of defense against mass extinction of plant life. Access to the vault is tightly controlled, and only those involved in preservation and security are ever allowed inside. For the rest of us, Svalbard represents a quiet, powerful force, safeguarding the future of agriculture and biodiversity in a way that feels almost otherworldly. 10. Poveglia Island, Italy. Last on our list takes us to the Venetian Lagoon, where Poveglia Island sits in eerie isolation. Nicknamed the Island of Ghosts, Poveglia has a dark and unsettling history, leading to its ban on visitors. During the Black Plague in the 14th century, Poveglia became a quarantine station for the sick and dying, where thousands of plague victims spent their final days. Later, in the 1800s, the island was used as an asylum, and rumors of inhumane treatments and haunted occurrences spread over the years. Today, the island is said to be haunted by restless spirits, a claim strengthened by eerie sightings and strange noises reported by locals and a few daring explorers. Despite, or perhaps because of, its terrifying reputation, Poveglia remains a restricted area, Italian authorities have placed a ban on visiting, aiming to preserve both the decaying structures and to prevent any disturbances of its haunted past. For thrill seekers and ghost hunters, Poveglia represents an untouchable mystery, a place of fear and intrigue that only exists in dark stories whispered from the mainland. These forbidden places hold secrets and wonders that continue to captivate our imaginations. Whether for reasons of security, cultural respect, or simply the dangers of nature, each site remains untouched by the vast majority of people. Perhaps, in the mystery of these places, we're reminded that some corners of the world are still beyond our reach, and that's part of what makes them so fascinating.